Hey everyone, and welcome to the next edition of the Snapchat. This week I'm joined by a very special guest, one of my closest friends in the Marvel Snap scene, and also fellow glasses wearer. Dexter, are those blue light filtering glasses I need to know?
No, they're not. They're just normal. They have no prescription or anything.
Really? No prescription at all?
No, it's just glass, but there is glass. It's Zeiss glass as well. You know Zeiss. This is, my wife made these.
Really?
Yeah.
But like, are they just purely cosmetic? Like there's no actual reason for the glasses existing?
Yeah, I guess. She wanted to test out a new lens because she's an optometrist. So that's it. That's the whole reason. There's no blue light filter.
I gotta admit though, they look really good on you.
Thanks. Yours look good on you too.
You know what? Okay, here's a funny story. The first time I got these glasses and I went to put them on, I was like, oh, Cozy, hold on. We were about to start recording the Snapchat. I was like, hold on. I went like this. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I got these new glasses for blue light filtering. He's like, you gonna wear those? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, they're huge. I'm like, I don't know, man. I got them bigger because I don't like seeing the lens in my field of view. He's like, all right. And now when I'm at like PAX or we're at events, people don't recognize me because I'm not wearing my glasses. It's so funny how it's become part of like the brand almost.
It is. Yeah, it's definitely a brand. I mean, it looks good on you. I don't think I could pull those off, but it's like Superman Clark Kent sort of deal.
That's right. You just can't. It's totally different. Don't recognize me at all. But okay, forget about the glasses for a sec. You are about to embark on an insane journey in your life, my friend. Everything's about to change for you in the upcoming week or so. Do you want to break us down as to what's going on and what might be changing in the life of Dexter Snap?
Yeah, I got a baby popping out soon. Is this going live tomorrow?
Yeah, well, I mean,
a couple days.
It'll be live Monday. We're recording on Saturday. We almost never record on Saturday, but today we are.
Yeah, so I'm 37 weeks pregnant. And then my baby.
You look good for 37 weeks pregnant, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, baby soon. I've never had one before, so I don't know how much is gonna change, but I'm ready, man. We've been trying for a while, so like we're ready. We got everything set up.
I love that so much. I've never had one before. It's such a, what a fascinating way to frame the conversation.
Yeah. Well, some people are like, oh, it's easy. The first couple of weeks are easy. Some people are like, oh, it's an absolute nightmare. I think it just depends on your RNG if you get like a good baby or a bad baby, right?
Oh yeah, there's definitely baby RNG for sure.
Not like a bad baby. Well, you're a professional. You keep pumping them out at the factory, I think. But like, sometimes they're easy. Sometimes they're chill, right? Sometimes they're spreading poop on the wall.
I mean, that's just part of the experience. That's just part of the adventure. But that's a collection track experience of being a parent. So, but what I will say is, yeah, the experience is totally different. And each one of my kids, like the delivery process and everything was completely unique. I do remember our son, the doctor was like, you know what? He's a little jaundiced, right? He's like, I think we need to put him under the lights. I'm like, what do you mean put him under the lights? And sure enough, for like 24 hours, we sat in a room with him where they gave him like these like baby goggles, and he sat in like a tanning bed to like, I guess like, I don't know, there must be an actual medical reason why this is necessary, right? Like the way I'm explaining it is clearly from a place of complete ignorance, but they basically give him little like baby goggles that were sunglasses, and they sat him under the lights. And whatever like that stimulation of light and like the sun would have done to him allowed him to like do something that babies need to do. And then they're like, oh, worked out perfectly. Now we can go home. Then you put him in the little car seat and they check to make sure that you've done the car seat up right and stuff like that. Yeah, it's quite an experience. But I will tell you, and all the parents at home who are listening are going to tell you too, your life is about to change dramatically.
Yeah, I don't know. Am I still going to have time to play Marvel Snap? I hope.
No.
No. What do you mean? I was hoping so. Well, that's how I make my money. I have to be able to play the game, man.
No, you will. Things do change though, right? Like it's just you'll have to learn, and you will do this. Like you'll just have to learn how to like schedule things, and you'll have to find time to prioritize like, you know, the work you do and even your health sometimes. Like it's very easy to just not sleep and then not eat properly and everything like that, right? But yeah, you'll learn to prioritize, you know, what's important and how to schedule kind of a routine that works for you so you can get your content done while also taking care of your family. It's a challenge, it definitely is, but it's absolutely possible, and it is amongst the most rewarding possible things you can do, my man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also a little scared, but not in a bad way. Like I just don't know what's gonna happen. There's so much uncertainty, you know. Like I'm used to streaming like 12 hours during Twitch drops, like for a few days straight. I don't think I'll be able to do that again. We'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely a massive change, and but you know what, dude? At the end of the day, I, just like everyone else who's listening, first of all, want to congratulate you, and we're excited for perhaps an update in the near future. But also, my man, like we have full confidence in Dekkster, in being able to corral a career in not only being a father, but of course in card games, Marvel Snap, and whatever else may come. Dekkster, we probably got to dive into the cards, right?
Yeah, we probably should.
Dive into the cards? Okay, I think we need to start with the new card that's coming out in Marvel Snap. And this is Zombie Galacti. A 7/4. A 7/4 that reads, start of game, choose 6 other cards in your deck. On reveal, transform those cards into copies of this. A very interesting tagline. A very complicated tagline, one that I think has created some confusion in kind of the comment sections and a couple things that I've seen. So to clarify, essentially the way this works is he costs 7 power. Once you play him, any card that's on the field of play that is basically affected by his aura, and that's at the start of the game, and you don't choose. It almost makes it sound like you pick the cards that are going to change, but it's done randomly. It's a random selection. When you play him, regardless of the power of the cards, they turn into copies of him. They lose their text, they turn into Zombie Galactis, and if your original one was a 7/8 because it got shuried, all of them turn into 7/8s, right? If it was a 7/4, they all turn into 7/4s, which could be bad. Like if you play like a Gladiator, that's a 3/8, and then you transform him, you're going to transform him into a 7/4. So it's a two-edged sword to some degree. I came in really excited about this card. When Cozy and I previewed this, I did give it a 4.5, mostly because of like the hype and the opportunity to play something very unique. I'd be curious as to what your star rating is out of 5.
You know, I've been sick with the flu or something. I think I actually think it was Cozy that gave it to me.
100%.
But I've been out of the game for a couple days and I'm still kind of recovering. I might sound a little congested, so I haven't given it an incredible amount of thought, but I think it's going to be a little bit awkward and clunky. I haven't theory crafted many decks with this, but I would give it like maybe like a 3.
Okay, that's absolutely fair. Now I have to be honest with you, I've had a lot of time to play this. Not a lot of time. I've been grinding games of Zombie Galacti because I am the one who's releasing the second dinner video for this card. And so tomorrow, on Tuesday, on the official Marvel Snap channel, you will see my face talking about Zombie Galacti. And I was, dude, can I be honest? I was so stressed about this. I finally got access to the client. I was like, all right, I got the client. We got to rip it. And then I was playing, trying to create decks. And like, it's one of those things where I'm like, man, I'm going to be on the official Marvel Snap channel. I want people to look at this deck and be like, hell yeah, this guy cooked. Like, you know what I mean? I wanted to come up with something interesting and something cool. And then I tried my best. And I'm going to talk about a card that I think that a lot of people weren't really considering on the onset as a synergistic card with Zombie Galacti. Because a lot of people look at it and they're like, okay, how do I get to 7 in power, right? How do I get to 7 power? Do I got to play Electro? Do I got to play Luna Snow? Do I sneak him out with a Jubilee? Do I play Erisham? There's all those routes. But I think the most interesting way to play Zombie Galacti is going to be with Khonshu. Because if you can discard the Zombie Galacti, like using a Lady Sif, he's a 7 power card. You discard him. Then you start discarding the Khonshu. Khonshu will bring back Zombie Galacti as a 7/12. And he'll change all the affected cards to 7/12s. And as a result, you are then, my friend, as they like to say, this isn't my phrasing, this is the internet's phrasing, you are then clapping cheeks.
Wow. That's honestly, I didn't think of that. That's a great, you're a genius. You cooked, man.
Yeah.
I think that's really good. Yeah. I didn't even think about this in a discard deck. Well, I didn't really think about it at all. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, with Khonshu, that could be huge. Originally, I was just thinking put a bunch of small powered cards, like a hand buff sort of thing. But yeah, you do have to ramp to the 7 energy, so that could be awkward. Magic's Limbo is a bit of a liability right now. There's a lot of skills out there from Merlin.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of Thanos out there, so that could be weird. But yeah, I like the Khonshu idea a lot. And then you got Sif, maybe just everything is just straight up discard. The Luke stuff, hitting swarms. I believe there's like a visual animation, like it almost has like a goop. Your card has like a goop surrounding it. I'm not sure if your opponent can see that or not.
I'm not sure either. And I actually asked and no one knew the answer. And I was like, what? We don't know if your opponent can see it? And so, yeah, there's that. But what I will say, though, is I was like grinding games, testing this deck. So there's a couple things I was thinking, okay, how would Symbiote Spider-Man work, for instance, right? Could be potentially interesting. The problem is, if Symbiote Spider-Man gets hit by the aura, which is randomly selected, when you play Zombie Galacti, he turns into Zombie Galacti. So his activate is now gone. So he can't, so that interaction doesn't work. When you have swarms, if swarms are affected by the Zombie Galacti aura and you discard a swarm, the replicated swarms come in, do not have the aura anymore. So there are some very unique interactions. And there was another one, which was kind of interesting. And I actually sounded like, hey, like, is this supposed to work like this? And they're not sure if it was supposed to work like this. But if you have Merlin, who I think is a great card, and you transform a card that had the effect, like the aura, it will go away. It won't visually be present. But when you play Zombie Galacti, it transforms anyway. So like, there is some really unique jank to this card. But I will tell you, I had a lot of success with it. And again, I'm coming from a position, we don't usually do previews like this where like I have a pretty significant amount of experience playing the card in advance. But like you mentioned the small buff stuff, right? Let me explain you how that kind of went, because I tried. I was like, okay, what if we do like Galacta, who I still think is a good card with him, to be honest with you. Like you got like Galacta, Fastos, Chavez. You do like those small buff stacks. You run like, you Broods, your Mr. Sinisters, like those type of buff style lists. The challenge with that is that you can't always reliably hit the Zombie Galacti. Like if you Gwenpool, you might Gwenpool your Broods, or you might Gwenpool Mr. Sinister and stuff like that. And then the challenge is, all of a sudden you top deck Galacti, he's a 7/6, but you're like, well, damn, I got my Mr. Sinister to 8 power. Or I got like, you know what I mean? Like you can actually surpass Galacti's power with the cards he's meaning to replace. And that was happening way more often than I expected in those buff decks. Because like even a Chavez is a +3, right? If that Chavez hits like, pretty much anything in that deck, like it's more than 4 power. Like you almost really want to hit Zombie Galacti, and keep in mind as well, then you have to play things that'll ramp if you're playing that type of deck. You need the Hope Summers. You're going to need something like Jennifer Kale or whatever, and those aren't cards that want to get buffed anyway. So the deck felt really awkward, and so that kept leaning me towards the Khonshu. Should I just say the list? Am I leaking the list in advance?
What? Well, it was working good then, right? But you're mostly playing against bots.
Oh yeah. Okay. When we're doing these kind of like tests, right? We are against the derpiest of the derp bots. Like we get a new account. We're at like rank 6, and like the bots are just like, they're just the derpiest bots ever. It makes the clips somewhat like, sometimes the clips are like super like, oh, I can't even use this. The guy literally played Ant-Man in a solo lane on turn 6 by himself. Like I can't actually use this clip. But that's a whole other problem. But okay, here was the deck. Okay. So Wasp, Scorn, X-23, Blade, Wolverine, Makari, Moon Knight, Lady Sif, Proxima Midnight, MODOK, Khonshu, and Zombie Galacti. Now the idea here is that everything here essentially wants to get discarded and goes on the field of play. If X-23, Wolverine, or Proxima Midnight have the Galacti aura, they get discarded and they just fall into the field of play ready to get transformed. If you Moon Knight, it's going to hit Wolverine, Khonshu, or Proxima Midnight and also disrupt their hand. If you play Lady Sif, it's guaranteed to hit Zombie Galacti. If you MODOK, right, you are generally getting rid of pretty much everything that wants to drop onto the field of play. There are some challenges, right? The nice thing about something like a Wasp is that if it has the aura of the Zombie Galacti and you top deck it on turn 5 on your MODOK line, you could just play it down before you play MODOK.
I like it.
Right? And to some degree, like while I was designing, by the way, I was like stressing over this deck design for so long. I still think that Scorn is probably the odd one out, and I wonder if it should be Yellow Jacket. I wonder if it should be something else, but I'm not. I don't know. I need to test a little more. I kind of ran out of time, right?
I was gonna say Yellow Jacket's probably fine. You don't care about the affliction, right? You just play it in a lane that's gonna be galactied.
Yeah, exactly, so, right? And Scorn can be difficult because like the idea is you don't want to discard anything that'll end up in the discard pile. You want just Zombie Galacti in that discard pile. And everything else, for the most part, you want it on the field of play. That's why I chose to use Makari. Makari runs out. Of course, if you top deck Makari on a turn where like you have to blade or something, it becomes awkward. But then in that case, sometimes you just play Makari then blade. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I tried to see, okay, what can get on the field of play, and then how can we guarantee Galacti discards? And honestly, it worked. But the problem was, and something that kind of brought me back slightly, was it felt a little bit like a one trick. When you're playing traditional Khonshu, most Khonshu decks now, especially the highest performing ones, are often using both Khonshu and Apocalypse alongside cards like Dracula. Because even if you discard Dracula and you bring it back with bonus power and then you get rid of your Apocalypse, like you're still laughing, right? This type of deck, it's difficult to run like a Morbius. Like Morbius is an insane card, but it's hard to run Morbius because if it gets the Galacti effect, it gets deleted anyways, right? And so I still think there's going to be a need for like continuous testing and refinement. But this is where I ended up, long story short. The idea of like, how can we discard things, end up on the field of play, and then at the same time really allow Khonshu to carry the power that you want from Zombie Galacti. So that's where I ended up.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm excited. I'm more excited for this card now that you've talked about it, to be honest.
That's the hope. That's why Second Dinner has me doing the video, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a good time. I'm trying to think what else you could do. Like, I'm playing a lot of Khonshu with like first Ghost Rider sort of stuff where you're trying to discard Iron Man or like White Tiger or Gore, and then you bring it back with the Ghost Rider, and you also have Khonshu to pull back like another one if you didn't hit it back with the Ghost Rider. I don't know if this would really fit there, but I was like, how else would you want to use this? Maybe on cards that use on reveals that put something on the board, like something like an Ironheart's not very good, or a Sage if it gets transforms not good, but like a White Tiger is not bad to include, possibly, maybe, I don't know.
That is a good idea. Like, what are just kind of weak cards that want to get transformed? A good example of this is actually when I did a Erisham Shell too. So I did 2 decks for the video. I guess I'm just going to spoil both. You guys can still watch the video. Smash the like button on Second Dinner's channel. But long story short, like it included, so it was an Erisham Shell. I did have Quinjet in it. I did have cards like Makari there, but I also had like the Hood. The Hood's a great example of a card that would love to get transformed, right? Either via Merlin, or of course you turn the Hood into the Zombie Galacti, right? And in that, I'll just read the deck. So it's an Erisham deck with the Hood, Quinjet, Merlin, Makari, Fastos, and then you got the buffers in Shuri, Gwenpool, Galacta. Then I tried to cook a little bit on turn 5, okay? Leader and Doctor Doom. I figured Leader could be interesting because you play him down, maybe you steal something cool, right? And then you just flip him into the Zombie Galacti. That could be potentially cool, right? Trying to cook a little bit.
I like that.
And then, of course, Galacti and Erisham.
Yeah, Leader's a bit like White Tiger adjacent in that aspect. I don't know how like Fasto I guess Fastos is good for discounting, but if you add energy to the card and then it just transforms into a Galacti anyway, maybe that's weird.
Potentially,
but, yeah, I don't know. I think the Khonshu thing you were talking about seems like the most promising sounding thing I've heard of so far.
Oh no, for sure. And like again, my concern is it might be a bit of a one trick. And the other side is though, is if you're playing Khonshu and a gamer snaps on you turn 6 or turn 5, like you know Stardust is coming down because Stardust takes a dump on Khonshu and like because Galacti just won't come back, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's a good point. I wonder if you want to run Corvus in there as well, because then you can have the 7 energy.
Corvus could very well be a substitute for something like the Scorn. The problem was that with Corvus, I found myself often hitting like the Blades and those are cards that like you're relying so much on that Khonshu bringing back Zombie Galacti. And again, like it seems like the narrowness of like what you're trying to accomplish kind of makes it a little more susceptible to getting teched against or getting just like bad RNG or whatever. Or if you don't draw Khonshus, you're like, bro, what am I even doing? Right. And so like, that was a concern I had when I was creating the deck. Like, have I created a one trick that'll look good in highlights, but in reality has like a 51% win rate. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
that's kind of the concern I have. And like, you just need more time. You need more people to test the decks. You need gamers like me, you, Dara, to be testing the lists and cooking around it, right? And the goal is to try to do something creative, but at the end of the day, I think that like we'll need some stats and refinement to see how it ultimately lands.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm hyped for discard now, though. Oh, this is a big week too, right? Because we got a Grand Arena and stuff too. So
yeah, there's actually a lot going on. And you know what?
Yeah.
With that being said, let's move on to our next focus of conversation, because we will be talking about Grand Arena. We're also going to be talking about the Zombie Sentry as part of the Grand Arena conversation. But before we do that, so next week, right, we got a whole new season coming, right? We got a whole new season coming. We need to do a bit of a discussion about like how the season has gone and what our general thoughts are on the Horde cards. And so we're going to go through a bunch of them here and kind of give our takes on it. So we're going to start with Zombie Scarlet Witch. Remember, Scarlet Witch did get buffed significantly. It's still missing one piece as of recording. We still don't have the Zombie Sentry. In my opinion, the Zombie Sentry is one of the weaker Horde cards, but potentially still good enough to generate some Horde value. But the best decks with Zombie Scarlet Witch are approximately running a 52% win rate, 51% win rate range. On aggregate across all games post-Infinite, she's running a 48% win rate at an 18% popularity. Horde is just not landing despite the significant buffs it got. So what's your experience been like playing Horde? And you happen to be at relatively high brackets of MMR. Like you're really high ranked. So what's your experience like trying to get those weekend missions done?
I didn't really try and get the weekend missions done.
I didn't either.
We were both gone at TwitchCon when they like dropped the OTA to like fix this, right? Or make it better. But I thought Horde was really bad, but then the OTA happened and I thought it was quite a bit better. It felt pretty strong to me. Yeah, I don't know if I'd say it's an S tier or A tier deck, but it's a strong deck and you can get a lot of wins. Like the new giant man or whatever his name, he's huge. I've seen some massive giant men lately, dude, and they're scary. Yes, this guy, huge.
Someone needs to clip that, by the way. That needs to be taken out of context whenever possible.
Yeah, this guy scares me, dude, and he didn't before, and I don't know why it wasn't a huge change, but it was substantial enough, apparently, because this guy just solos a lane. Like you see this and you see someone do like an Absman, Grandmaster stuff. I've been seeing like this in Arnim Zola. There's a lot of fun things you could do. I really don't think people are like done experimenting and figuring out what's good for Horde, but I think it's good. Like I think you can hit infinite with the Horde deck. I think you can climb to high ranks with a Horde deck. There are still a lot of downsides. Your pants are down to Shadow King, especially, you know. But yeah, I like Zombie Scarlet Witch quite a bit now. And I also like Mr. Fantastic. He didn't really get adjusted, right? But I like him in even like Zoo. Like I put him in my Zoo. He's a 2/8. Like a 2/8's great. You have to meet his conditions, just like a Dazzler, but 2/8's pretty solid. So he's kind of a flexible card, no pun intended. He can go in a lot of different things. Zombie Scarlet Witch, I think a little bit less flexible, but still good. Zombie Power Man, I was enjoying a lot as well. I guess he's not really a Horde card, but I don't know if do you like this guy?
Buddy, you are bouncing all over the place. We have organized it. We have a system. We have a flow, and you're just like, bro, I'm gonna blow through this entire topic and just throw all the cards around at once. Okay, let's try to get let's rein in our pants a little bit here. All right, let's rein in our pants.
I'm too excited
because you're like going off on Zombie Scarlet Witch. This is the season pass card, and most logically, I want to talk about the premium season pass card next. But now we are like all the way into just the Horde stuff. So let's just finish the conversation about the Horde. So right off the rip, you're going to say that Zombie Scarlet Witch is pretty solid. You've had a positive experience with it. You did mention you like I say this name wrong every time. Zombie Giant Man. It's a bit of a tongue twister for me. I'm not sure why. And for the record, dude, I agree with you. This feels like a legit Gilgamesh for this archetype. It's a lane winner, and it also feeds the Horde itself and then kind of munches on the feeding it's been providing, right? It's susceptible to Shadow King, as you mentioned, but Shadow King got nerfed, and its play rate has gone down pretty significantly. Listen, you're at high MMR. You're seeing Shadow King. In the potato ranks, man, we don't see Shadow King, right? No one's playing that garbage anymore, right? You're right,
Okay.
though. You're absolutely right. And the play rate of specifically, well, okay, listen, Shadow King was everywhere in C2. If I saw Cyril, I'm like, hey, we're cooked. Shadow King's going to be in this deck 100%. Now it's being splashed into actual like tech decks, particularly the First Steps Galactus one, which is doing pretty good. But that deck has like hate you cards like Ghost Rider, Super Giant. Like it has all, it's just like I hate my opponent and I want them to uninstall style deck. But yeah, Zombie Giant Man has been very legit for sure. And in discussing the Zombie Mr. Fantastic, you did bring up a good point too. It's kind of applicable in like other types of decks with the created card side. But you're right, it does do pretty good stuff for the Horde. And once Sentry comes out as well, alongside the Hunger, right, which is a card we almost didn't mention here. The Hunger's cool too, because now you're adding a lot of power into the Horde. Zombie Scarlet Witch has a card that can activate her without actually occupying space. And you're starting to see more of a well-rounded approach to Horde. And it's exactly what they said in the OTA. The Horde mechanics in Zombie Scarlet Witch came out a little weaker. But now, as you're getting more tools, you're starting to see the potential more, right? So that's the zombie stuff. So you're high on the Horde. You think Horde's pretty solid?
Yeah, I think Horde's pretty good. My concern is that like this seems like a thematic Halloween sort of thing that they're doing. Like when are they going to put more Horde cards in? Like they might eventually just get outscaled. Are they going to like buff these in 3 months, 4 months? I feel like they're not. Like they're just going to forget about them. And it's kind of hard to recommend these because I guess I was jumping all over the place with all the cards because I feel like you need to talk about them as one thing because it's kind of a new archetype. Like you can't just get Zombie Scarlet Witch. Like she's gonna suck, right? If you don't have the big point slam that's Giant Man, like you might have not a good time. Like if you don't have the Hunger in addition to that, like it's not gonna be that good. And if you're playing all these, you kind of just want to throw them all together. But I enjoy Horde. I like it, but it's also like hard to recommend to a new player, someone with a small collection level with a limited spend on the game. Like just going with the classic Destroyer or something is going to be way better, you know?
Oh, 100%. And that's exactly, I think, the first week of the season. I don't remember who was mentioning it to, but I said, listen, one of the challenges we have here is that this is a very thematic season. And I think Secondary must have recognized that. And that is why, and we'll talk about these next, that is why Zombie Power Man and Colonel America are not Horde cards. Because someone at some point must have said, like, bro, we can't go all in like this because people can't afford, they don't have the resources to buy the entire set over the course of an entire month. Like, it's just too much. It's too much demands on people's resources. And so naturally, I think they started leaning towards, okay, how can we make interesting cards for other archetypes? We got 2 discard cards. We got a destroy card as well, all of which are good. So I absolutely agree there because it is hard. You need the whole kit and caboodle, as they say, if you're going to play Horde. Because if you're missing the Hunger, which you should have gotten more or less free to play. But if you're missing, like, well, Zombie Scarlet Witch is a big deal, but like Zombie Giant Man, I can't say the name. I don't know why. Zombie Giant Man, yeah, like you're going to be playing at a massive disadvantage. So with that being said, we have Colonel America and the Zombie Power Man. I'm going to give you the floor here. I was kind of like, I saw Colonel America. I was like, this seems like it's going to be very strong. And I had my doubts at the same time. And it has been phenomenal. How has your experience been?
I think this card's really good. I almost feel like he belongs in most discard decks. He ends up like, if he's just getting +2, I mean, he's kind of better than Captain America because you don't need like an ongoing card. It's just any card, right? So if you're discarding cards, if you think you're discarding at least twice, like you should probably run this guy. He's kind of huge as a 3-drop. I haven't really seen many other people playing this card. I feel like I'm the only one playing this sometimes. But yeah, I think this card is great, and it's impressed me a lot more than I thought it would. So yeah, I've seen oh my god, I was playing like this discard deck with this guy. I had Mobius. Wait, Morbius. Who's the vampire? The vampire guy? This guy. I get Mobius and Morbius confused all the time. But yeah, those two, you play Morbius, Colonel America, you Bastion it, huge. And then you just keep discarding things and you can play another Colonel and a Morbius. But like no one else plays that deck. I think it's a solid deck, but no one's playing that. But yeah, this card's I feel like he's underrated.
Underrated. Yeah, you know what? I feel like people are kind of sleeping on him. I agree he's underrated, despite the fact, like in my review of him, I was like, bro, this card is awesome. Like, I was playing him in a Bullseye shell early on because I just wanted to play some Bullseye. And what was cool about Colonel America was that, like, okay, you have lanes that you're gonna win. You got the Morbius lane, assuming you don't get, like, you know, rogued or whatever, but you got the Morbius lane. And then you have the docking lanes. And then you have Bullseye as the activator. Here's the thing, though. That Bullseye lane, which might have Bullseye, Culling Wing, whatever you're using to generate your swarms, can have Colonel America in it. And all of a sudden, with all the discards you've been doing, you're actually attacking not only the docking lane, not only the Morbius lane, but the Colonel America lane all of a sudden is getting to like 20-something power because he's doing +4 to every single card in the lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you have to play down swarms or whatever, he makes them huge. So, like, I think he allows you to have a very sneaky additional winning line where people don't expect. They're expecting to have to deal with docking, but they're not expecting to have to deal with a Colonel America lane that's way bigger than they thought it was.
Yeah, no, I agree. I love this card. I want to mess around with them quite a bit more. So.
It's another one that can be taken out of context. We have a 2/4 Zombie Power Man. End of turn. If you're winning here, discard the leftmost card from your hand. Dexter, what was your experience with the zombified Nicolas Cage?
Well, he came out at the same time as Colonel, so I was kind of messing around with them both in the same deck. Usually, I don't think I've really messed around with them separately. I just haven't had enough time yet. But yeah, but he was good. Like hitting swarms, hitting your Khonshu, hitting your APOC, hitting your Scorn. Like you just build your deck around everything you're happy to discard. So yeah, like, are you dying off the camera right now?
I'm trying to hold it in. I can't. I'm so immature, man. Someone's gotta I gotta grow up eventually. Sorry, continue, sir. I didn't even hear what you said for the last like 10 seconds, so I was trying to hold in my laughter.
Okay. Well, I like him. He's good, man. He's a very powerful dude, but also sometimes I found like it was awkward to like sometimes you didn't want to discard your leftmost card. Maybe that was a deck building issue, right? You got to just make sure you're happy with discarding everything. But sometimes, you know, your blade's on the far left and you're winning the lane. You're going to discard your blade and then you're sad about it. But whatever. I still think he's pretty good. A little bit unexplored, just like a lot of cards are. But I think Colonel's way better. I would give Colonel like a 4-ish, maybe out of 5. I would give this guy like a 3, maybe.
I would go like 2.5 on Zombie Power Man. I'm exactly with you. I agree. Colonel America is definitely the better card than Zombie Power Man. I've had games where like Zombie Power Man does pop off, but it's because like I blade a swarm on like turn 1, and then I play out like my Lady Sif, and then like my swarms just keep shifting left, and then I play Zombie Power Man. He just munches them one at a time, right? And then it's like, oh, it's glorious, right? But you're right. When you are discarding always from the left, sometimes things are there, and you're like, bro, I don't want to discard from the left, and everything that gets discarded jumps to the right. So like, you know, you're kind of working through your hand and you're like, bro, I kind of need my Lady Sif, or like I cannot discard my MODOK. Like MODOK, if you have him in your opening hand and you're relying on him to clear your hand for your APOC play, you can't discard a MODOK. Like that's psychotic. Or discard him and then hope that with Zombie Power Man, you just continue discarding through the entire game, right? He is a 2/4. He's got the power. Did you ever try Vipering him over to anybody or no? I never ended up trying it, but I heard stories of it being glorious.
I feel like that's just you're investing too much in a meme play. Like it'd be funny, I guess, but you're gonna lose the game. I feel like.
So like unless you Viper this over and then like I don't know, Black Bolt and then profit somehow.
I guess you have to really hope you hit like a key card, from their hand. It's too risky, man. Yeah, probably that's what's gonna. You're gonna hit their swarm or something. But,
yeah. On the turn you Viper over Zombie Power Man, they play their Bullseye. You just give them all their swarms. Yeah, that's exactly how my play experience would go as well. But yeah, so that's the discard. So we talked about the Horde. We talked about the discard cards. We didn't talk about the destroy. Okay, we guys get started with the destroy cards. There's one that I really like and one that I'm kind of disappointed in. Zombie Captain Marvel. You were my card of the month. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm not happy. But this was one of those circumstances, and I discussed it on like my video, and I was like, listen, I had a great win rate playing the zombie Captain Marvel, but I felt like she wasn't actually the reason why I was winning. I was playing like Destroy with like Headpool. That was crushing it. Moira was giving me multiple deaths, and like there was all this crazy stuff happening. And there were some glorious plays with zombie Captain Marvel doing some really sensual stuff, but I don't think she was carrying the wins. And I was like, you guys, like, don't FOMO into Captain Marvel, even though like I came in high on the original Snapchat for it. Ultimately, I think that this is a skip, even though I think the design is really cool. And like, I don't know, I like the card, dude, but I don't think it's as good as I expected, if that makes sense.
It's very awkward. I think mostly in its cost. Like if you're playing a Nimrod sort of deck, you'd probably rather play, you know, like Shuri or Symbiote. If you're playing like a Deadpool deck, you don't want to play this on 4. You want to play Deadpool in a card to eat them. I just can't find a proper place for this. I did find one place that felt okay to me. First off, the stats on this card are absolute dog water, right?
Yeah, they suck.
They're really bad. But where it felt best to me was like this Sabretooth deck that I was playing, where you basically put cards you want to get destroyed. Like you're playing Hood, you're playing Bucky, you're playing Sentry, so you can eat the Void. Maybe even like a Debris to kind of clog your opponent a little bit, and then you just eat your own rock. Like that sort of thing. It felt decent, but it didn't feel great. It felt like I was just forcing something. It felt, I guess, a little bit fresh, because like, who's playing Sabretooth?
I was going to say, it felt like you were playing a Sabretooth deck, I think is what the problem was.
Yeah, maybe it was better without Sabretooth. But it was fun. But I think like another big issue is you move to a location you're losing, even if it causes you to like lose this lane, right? And I don't know, it's just like the movement was awkward. I guess when I first saw this, I was also thinking more of like Captain Marvel, because I don't know how to read, I guess. And I was like, oh, end of game, it's going to move and like win for me for some reason, which that is definitely not the case. If you know how to read, it's moving once you activate it and never again. So
that is factually correct. Yes, sir. There were moments though where, because she gains so much power, like +3 power is nothing to scoff at. Like that's a lot of extra power, right? She could move to a lane, then all of a sudden now she's winning it. She checks the condition if she's losing, and then moves and could potentially be now winning that location, which is kind of cool. But what you said was exactly correct. The activate component of her feels like the greatest limitation, because you want to be so proactive when you're playing Destroy. Like you need that Deadpool cycling, right? And Zombie Captain Marvel felt like a good card in games where like you were cooked anyways. Like you never drew your Deadpool, and you happen to have X-23 Wolverine on the field to play, and you didn't even Carnage yet, so you just played the Zombie Cap Marvel. But like literally you have nothing on the board, and this was your best idea. You know what I mean? And you're right, in the Nimrod stuff, you definitely have to prioritize Shuri or Symbiote, because that's your win condition, right? So I totally feel you, dude. And so yeah, she definitely underperformed, even though I do think the card is cool. I think it's a neat design. It might need some more support. Like I almost wonder if like there'll be a card. This looks like the kind of card that like another card comes out, you're like, Zombie Cap is perfect for this. Like this is like this Fire Hair and something else, and now it's broken as hell. You know what I mean? Like this and Fire Hair plus something coming out like 6 months from now will probably break the meta.
yeah, I think we need more cards like Uncle Ben or something for it. Just cards like, or like Bucky or Uncle Ben. Like if we get one more of those, I feel like it would really strengthen this and kind of make its own little archetype, I guess. But yeah, the card's just bad. And I don't know how to change it, man. Like it is a fun, unique card, and I feel like this is one we're like talking trash on, and then yeah, in a couple months everyone's gonna be like, oh, this card's really good because they printed this other card, but you know, they forget how it was before.
Yeah, and Dexter and Alex told me not to get it. Now it's broken. F them. Yeah, that's what's gonna.
Yeah, but like if they buff this, how did they change this? I don't. Giving it +4 would be too good. +4 to each card destroyed. That'd be way too good. If they give it 5 power, like maybe 5 or 6 power, maybe you just upgrade its base
6
power.
would be insane, no?
Yeah, or if you lower its energy, you can't do that. It's way too good if you make it 3 energy. Like it becomes, I feel like, busted in Nimrod decks, because then you go this into Shuri, into Nimrod activate, into Carnage, you know, Venom. So it's a really hard card to balance, I think. The only thing you could really mess with is its base power.
I'm in agreement, sir. But you know a card absolutely took me by surprise. Headpool. Dude, I came in with Headpool. I was like, I don't think this card's that great. I'm going to admit it, guys. Damn, have I enjoyed playing this card this month, man. This card was so much better than I expected to be. I was like, is this even solving a problem that Destroy has? And then I'm like, wait a minute. And it's one of those circumstances where you got to play the card to fully appreciate it, because like it was buffing itself. It was buffing itself. It was making the deaths bigger. And even though the Moira X version of Destroy technically is like 1% lower win rate and slightly lower cube rate, I'm going to play that anyways because I'm psychotic that way. But dude, Headpool has been so good for Destroy. Like, Destroy is legitimately a meta contender right now, and I think this is a big part of it.
I think Destroy was really good even before this got printed. Like, Moira coming out improved Destroy a lot. I think you said the stats are like not as good. I wonder how much that depends on rank, but like getting a random death, like the unknown part, I feel like really helps the cube equity. Like, your opponent doesn't know if you got an extra Killmonger, like can they play out their one cost now, or did you get an extra death? Do they have to leave, or like they just have no idea, or just printing an extra Carnage or something. So yeah, I think Moira really strengthened it, and it was in a good position, and then adding Headpool on top of that, it's just one of the best decks out there right now.
This is one of those circumstances where I'm like, I knew you were going to say this, and I came so prepared, bro. So prepared. You should be proud of me. I literally have a screenshot right in front of me here, and it is Destroy with both variations, the Headpool with Moira X and the Headpool without Moira X. Now, please note, I'm biased as hell. I want Moira X to be better. I don't care. It's like my favorite. When we do our favorite cards, the top cards of the month, you better damn well believe I'm talking about Moira X. The Moira X version of Destroy, post-infinite, has 1,500 games on it, according to Untapped. It's running a 55.4% win rate and a cube rate of 0.27. I know it's a lot of numbers. The Destroy without Moira X, and instead of Moira, Wolverine is in the list, is running a 0.39 cube rate versus the 2.7, and is running a 56% win rate flat. And both of which have, well, one of them has 2,200 games, the other one has 1,500 games. So decent sample size. So you're looking at 0.6% increased win rate and a 0.12 cube rate high. I'm going to put the graphic on the screen because the way I just explained it was awful. But long story short, I have like confirmed stats from Untapped post-infinite that the non-Moira version is better to my chagrin.
Is this top 50% infinite?
No, just pure infinite, because I just want the larger sample size.
Okay, yeah, I feel like it would be possibly different. Like, pulling the top 50% would get rid of people saying, oh, I'm just going to stay. I'm trying not to curse. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to stay because it's only,
curse.
you know.
I want you to. I'm asking you to curse.
People are just like, oh, fuck it. Like, fuck it for 2.
Bro,
or like, fuck it for 4.
You actually took the bait?
You told me. What the hell? Oh my god, you're the master baiter, dude. Every time I see you, you're just baiting. But yeah, I don't know. I think I do like Wolverine over it. I think that like there's just room for experimentation. Like, do you like Moira? If you don't like Moira, just freaking take her out, put Wolverine. Like, that's totally fine as well. Or if you don't have Headpool, but you do have Moira, it's probably still a good deck. But you know, I don't know. It's flexible, and I think that's good for people with limited collections. I kind of hate Moira. You know, I was like kind of glazing her a little bit, but I do feel like when I play Moira, she's hitting like the most useful stuff that I don't want to hit. When my opponent plays Moira, oh, it's death every time. It's death every single time, you know? But me, no, man, I don't know what I'm getting.
I'm trying to do the calculus. Like, how do I kick this guy off the podcast for disrespecting Moira?
Me?
While still continuing somehow and putting out the show. I can't figure it out. How dare you?
You
know what you have to do? Listen, I'm going to accept. Oh, he's gone. Dexter's dead.
I'm back.
Listen, I'll accept an apology, and I'll accept that you wash your mouth out with soap after. Okay? You're going to have to stream it, though. But Moira X, Caleb, we're going to go right to the top cards of the month now. Moira X, we're going to do it by cost, is my number one by far the entire month. Is my favorite card. We're starting at one cost anyways. I love Moira X so much, and I know we've already been talking about Destroy. I don't care if the other deck's better. I don't care if it has a higher cube rate. I don't care if it has a higher win rate. Is it just the animation? No, it's not just the animation. I love the fact that it makes my play so unpredictable for my opponent. They have no idea what I'm doing. And when I see that double death, you damn well know I'm snapping. There is snap equity there, baby. Like, it's just there. I tried playing some Dormammu with her. It was just hand-clogged disaster. Moira X is the shiz. I love this card. You watch your damn mouth.
I'm sorry. I take it back. Moira's great.
There it
I
is.
love Moira. It's a skill issue, honestly, that I'm just not hitting my deaths with it. That's the problem.
That's fair. Okay, who's your one? We've been glazing Moira, as they say. That's a Moist Critical reference there. By the way, I get all my news from Moist Critical, and now I feel like I've been sending my wife Moist Critical links. And I'm like, hey, listen to this. She's like, why? I'm like, he's talking about something important. She's like, but why are you sending me this? Like, he'll talk about like something like in the news, and I'm like, listen, and like I send it to her as if like this is CNN. You know what I mean? Like, no, you'd send someone like an article from CNN or something. I send her Moist Critical like videos and commentary.
I think you're his number one fan. Like, you're all about the goof juice or whatever.
Buddy, I was hunting down. Oh, man, at TwitchCon.
Wait, let me
tell the story. I'm so sad.
It might be a different story, but they were giving out like free goof juices, which is Moist Critical's like, I don't know, flavor for energy drink or whatever. And Alex was so excited. He picked it up and he cherished it. It was like one of his children, his 5th child. And he was walking around TwitchCon. He wasn't drinking it. I don't know why. He was just holding it. It was probably warm. He was just
put it
waiting
in the fridge a couple times too to try to cool it off.
Yeah, he was waiting for the right moment to crack it open, and then mid-conversation with someone, he accidentally knocks it over or like drops it while it's still closed, and it like cracks the lid and it just starts spilling, and he was so crushed. I've never seen him so sad. Yeah.
I had been nursing that goof juice for like literally 9 hours, and I don't know why I hadn't opened it. I almost wanted to take it home with me and keep it. I actually have a container of goof juice, and I don't want to open it because I just want it. And like, it's like do you know when you get like it's the equivalent. This goof juice is the equivalent of like me having like a first edition like booster box of Pokemon. You can't open it, man. You can't open it.
Yeah, it's like a sealed product. It goes down in value if you open it. Yeah, you're just keeping it forever. Okay.
That's right. And I'm tired all the time. I could use some goof energy, man. You know what I mean?
You should probably just start goofing, man.
I should start goofing. You're right, man. You're right. I should start goofing. Just chug it right here on stream. It's a lot of caffeine, dude. I think we did the math. Didn't you tell me it was like 4 coffees or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I get each coffee can kind of like vary, but it's about 4 maybe. Well, the can was. I don't know about
it was
like
a big can. It was like a tall boy.
I don't think it was a tall boy, but yeah. Do you know what a tall boy is?
Yeah, it's like a beer can that's just elongated.
It's a tall boy. Yeah, okay. No, it was a little smaller, right? It was like a Red Bull size.
Was it a Red Bull size? I felt like it was bigger than the Red Bull.
I guess there's multiple sizes of Red Bull. So
I don't know. All I know is that like every time we went to like CVS or something, Dex was like, "Bro, I need a Monster Energy." You're like, all you did was drink energy drinks the whole time. Like, is that even healthy?
Oh no, but I need to be able to socialize and not die. You know. I was also running low on energy, not energy drinks. I was just tired because Cozy doesn't let me sleep. He just keeps jumping around on the bed all night, you know?
Another one that can be taken horribly out of context. I love this. You're just feeding the clip machine here today.
I'm not doing it intentionally. I just I need energy, man. I think when I'm out and about, if I'm ever traveling somewhere, I normally don't want to like go to a coffee place because of lack of consistency. Like sometimes I will, but you know, like an energy drink here, like a Monster here is the same as a Monster, you know, in the East Coast or whatever. Like it's all the same. I know what I'm getting. It's like a McDonald's or something, you know?
McDonald's, this guy says. Jesus.
If you try a coffee, what if all of a sudden you've developed lactose intolerance and you have to run to the bathroom and you have to miss your meet and greet or something? I don't know.
Drink
like
black coffee, bro.
Yeah, but what if it like sucks?
I don't have an answer for that. I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, you
in fact,
don't.
like my whole
ate your
life.
Your first taco. Sorry, you ate your first taco.
I had my first ever actual real taco. Dexter and I, we went to a legitimate Mexican restaurante, as I think they called them, and we sat down, and the tortilla. Okay, last time we talked about tacos, I called the tortilla bread, and people lost their minds.
Why would you?
Because I said, "Oh, the bread was different." And people are like, if he means bread as in tortilla, this guy's a clown. And I was like,
that's like calling is a noodle bread.
No, it's not the same. Tortillas are closer to bread than noodles are.
I feel like I can agree with that, but also they're completely different.
Listen, I'm recognizing this. I'm trying to improve on my vernacular. Okay. I'm admitting I was wrong, Dekks.
I just didn't know you had ever said that. I wouldn't have hung out with you if I knew you said
that. Anyways, so we got this, and the tortilla was like a traditional, like Mexican tortilla, and we got it was like some pineapple carne. I think it's how it's said. I said carne like a
al pastor.
Folk.
Pineapple.
Well,
it's pineapple like pork. I guess pork. Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't even beef. That's right. There was another one that was beef. Anyways, they were incredible. They were so good. And we had the Mexican Coke too.
Yeah. I said you have to try Mexican Coke, man. It's different. It
was different actually.
Yeah.
It felt more natural. And then you explained that it's because it's made with cane sugar.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it in Canada.
I think we get the same thing.
Yeah, like a Canadian Coke might be the same as a Mexican Coke, actually. All I know is that...
there's no way. No. It definitely
use
was
high
different.
Fructose. Okay, yeah, if you use high fructose, then you gotta have a Mexican Coke, man. But they're like, that's a luxury item, you know? They're not that cheap because they gotta like import them. But you were covering the bill, so I said, let's get a Mexican Coke.
You know what? It wasn't until afterwards I realized it was like $5. That's okay. I wasn't going to bring it up, bud. But now that you have, I do appreciate that. Lunch was on me, so we're just swimming in Mexican cola.
Yeah, I should have got 2, man.
Oh, man. All right. But should we actually talk about your favorite one drop?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we were. So I
forgot we were talking about 2. Yeah.
I prepared myself for top cards. Wait, of the month, it's just like our favorite of each cost, right? In general.
Yeah. So what was your favorite one drop to play this month?
My favorite 0 drop, you guys start with 0. Wasp.
Okay.
Do you agree? Or you prefer Yellow Jacket?
I just finished talking about how I want to play Wasp and Conchu, so I'm here. I'm here for it.
Okay, all right. So we can agree on that one. And then I've actually got I gotta
say why. What are you doing?
Well, I got a list of I have. How does this work? How do cameras work? I got 2 different choices. Okay. Wait, I got to talk about why Wasp.
Just generally, okay. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but everyone's gonna wonder.
Because it's better than Yellow Jacket, and there's only 2 options.
Oh my gosh! You literally started at 0.
Yeah,
you chose between one of 2 cards. Oh my god. Okay, that's not quite in the spirit of what we were trying to do here. But okay, I understand why you're confused.
One drops. Favorite one drop.
Okay, so let's pretend the 0 one. Like I thought that like this was your favorite one drop.
No, this is my favorite 0 drop.
Okay.
What? Are you trolling me right now?
I feel like I can't know if you're trolling me. What is
I think you're trolling me. I got a list of 0 through 8. I chose my favorite 7 drop. I can't show this because
okay, that 0 and 1 are like one category, and 6 and plus are another.
Okay, so I have for one drops, I have what I think is like the best, but it's a specific niche. So it's not Howard. The best but a specific, and the best but a unspecific. So I think just the best card that you can almost throw in like any deck, maybe. I put Bob.
Really?
Yeah,
Sir Hydration Bobbert?
Sir Hydration Bobbert. But I think maybe the best one drop is actually like Deadpool. I feel like Deadpool's cracked right now. So
Deadpool's so good right now.
So I kind of chose 2, but those are my reasons. Like Deadpool sucks in almost any deck that's not a Deadpool deck, but Bob is good in so many decks. So I think Deadpool is one of the stronger ones, but Bob is great if it's like someone trying to like get a card for their collection. It's kind of what I'm getting at.
Bob feels like an evergreen. Like it's always going to be good in pretty much anything. Remember when this was a 1/5? How insane it was.
Yeah.
And it released as a 1/4, then got buffed to 1/5, and then got released, nerfed back down to a 1/4.
He's so good though. Well, I guess with Cat coming out, I feel like he's been a little bit less good.
Yeah, well, it's true.
I like this card a lot. This almost made the cut for me too.
Yeah. Who's your 2? Do you want to lead the way, or do you want me to go with my 2 drop?
I want to go first because otherwise, no, maybe you should go first. Otherwise, you're just going to copy me.
Boom, yeah. Merlin.
Oh, okay, that's a great choice. Yeah, that's
and
a great choice.
I have a second choice that's spicier. Well, not spicier, just a little less common. But I think Merlin is so good. I think this is easily one of the best cards in Marvel Snap. It gives you so much utility. It can go in almost any deck. It feels great to play at pretty much all times. Dude, this card is so unbelievably good. I feel like people know it's good, but it doesn't quite get the respect it deserves. You know what I mean?
I respect it. I'm scared of this man. Mostly for omniversal presence. Is that yeah. Changing location, so scary. Plus he gets +2. Like, he doesn't need that, dude. That's insane. Yeah. But yeah, Merlin's fantastic. I maybe would have put him, but I put Surge. Is this boring? Like, I put Surge.
No, Surge is a good call, dude.
Even though Surge got nerfed, I feel like Surge is still very, very strong. And like, if you're just thinking like, what 2-drop do I put in here? I put Surge. And then for my my other one, which was just like, Surge is like almost in any deck you could put Surge in, but Victoria Hand I think is just like a very cracked card as well. That I've
Victoria
actually been
Hand
seeing...
has been like almost meta breaking, but not quite hitting that level yet, eh? Like, she's just under the radar, I think.
That's a hideous split. But yeah, I think I think Victoria Hand is cracked, dude. Like, I've not been seeing enough people play her. Like, you got Victoria Hand in a Frigga, it's almost like you just got to snap, you know? And I kind of like that. So I think, yeah, I think Victoria Hand's a great card. But I feel like my choices are boring, dude.
Buddy over here just chirping the crap out of my split. I don't have a good Victoria Hand split, man. Would you like this one better with the bananas and the psychedelic background?
No, wait, how did you?
I know. I'm sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
My special mention was Mirage. I've had more fun playing Mirage this month than I usually have, and obviously in Victoria Hand decks. But I think Mirage is a super cool card. Let's move to the threes. There's only one card I can say that I was excited about this month. The change to Kangers, man. Like, I know that it ultimately has not been like a banger statistically, but this is a fun change. I'm here for it. I like Kang.
I hate King. I think he's so bad. I hate him, like, with a passion. I don't know. Like, my stream where King got reworked and everyone wanted me to play, that was like probably the worst or like least enjoyable stream for me. Maybe it was enjoyable for other people to watch, to see me go through pain, but for me, I was like, I was looking at the length of the stream like I was ready to punch out at work, you know, like I was done. I was like, I don't want to play King anymore. But if I play anything else, everyone's like, oh, why aren't you playing King? You know?
There you go.
So my favorite card that's a little more specific, of course, Cerebro. I think you could have guessed this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now I'm trying to think of ways to insult Cerebro. I know you're going to hate the split I have on right now. I'm thinking of ways I could insult your Cerebro, but I don't want to. I also love Cerebro.
But I don't, something's wrong with me. Like, I don't like the meta decks, right? Like, I don't play the Doc and Bullseye stuff that, you know, you created or whatever. Like, I don't play that because that's like kind of top of meta right now. I don't play C3 because it was like too popular. I don't play C2 because it's like also too popular. I've been playing a lot of C4 lately. C4 with the newly buffed Shadow King. It's kind of good. It probably isn't actually that good, but it's kind of like surprisingly not bad.
With Miss Marvel in it?
No, because she has 5 power. That's a C5.
Oh wait, she has 5 power.
You mean zombie Marvel?
No, actually, it's so funny you mention that. I've not played this card in so long. She got buffed back up. I thought she was still 4 power, dude. I legit forgot this card got buffed again.
That's a C5 card.
Yeah, my bad. Let's go show you how often I play C5.
For a 3-drop that's a little more flexible, I put Prodigy. I also said Luna Snow's really good, and so is Gladiator. I think all 3 of those are just solid. But I like Prodigy as crap.
40 cards.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood the assignment. That's your fault. You're a teacher.
I should have made the assignment. The instructions were unclear, and it's all my fault. I can almost guess your 4-drop, by the way. Can I guess after? I'm going to say mine first. No, I'm going to guess yours first. Can I guess yours?
Yeah, go for it.
Am I right?
No.
No, come on. Every time I go on your stream, you're playing a Firelord deck. And I'm like, who's playing Firelord in 2025? And it's Dexter playing Fire. Okay, now I feel bad. There's no way. You actually were the only one cooking with this guy.
Yeah, no, I think I gave up on him. I was trying stuff with him, and I actually miss him being 6 power because I liked him in Cerebro 6. Like, unironically, he was good in Cerebro 6, but he sucks here at 7 power.
Sorry, my guess also sucks.
What's your guess?
No, my guess was
your
Firelord.
guess that it was this. Okay, what's your actual card?
My actual card, okay, listen, I've been playing way more ongoing than I should. And I got a pretty nice variant for Moonstone. And I think that Moonstone is a really underappreciated card that just takes what ongoing's doing and just amplifies it. And I like that. I like Moonstone a lot. It's been a card I've really appreciated this month.
You're not drinking your goof juice, but you're drinking your goon juice, it seems like. This is a real
definitely
drinking
variant. The goon juice, man. I'm always sipping a little bit of goon juice, you know what I mean?
Boy, that's a little sensual, a little erotic. This is a children's show. Don't talk about drinking.
This is a children's show now? You've already sworn multiple times.
Did I?
Yes.
How am I going to not say bad words around my kid?
You know
what?
I
have been unfiltered for
like 3 years. They can't understand a word you're saying anyway. But then at about 3 years old, when you least expect it, they're gonna repeat something. They're gonna say something. You're like, bro, that's my fault. My bad. And I'll tell you a fun story. So I've sworn in front of my kids so many times. Like, not like I don't swear a lot. But sometimes I do. You just give it a little. They never repeat anything I say ever. They just ignore me. I just don't exist. My wife, and she is like a saint. She doesn't say anything bad about anybody. She's so quiet. She doesn't swear. One time she was painting or something, and she dropped the paint can off the ladder, and it just spilled all over our floor. And she dropped like a legit F-bomb. And it's like the only one I've heard her say in like 20 years. And our 3-year-old just looked up at her and just was like, and just repeated it. And we're like, no. My wife's like, how is it possible? I say it once and now the 3-year-old's just repeating it and he keeps saying it. It's my wife's fault. It's my wife's fault. So yeah, there's a little lesson on how that ends up working out.
Okay, well, I'm sure my kid will say worse things than your kids, but
it's like a competition.
It's a competition, yeah. Who swears more at 5 years old? Okay, so I chose. Come on, let's get on track, buddy. Come on. Bastion.
Okay, I can get behind that.
I love Bastion. He's so fun in so many different decks. Like, you're playing an ongoing deck, you play Bastion. If you're playing, that Colonel America, whatever, that discard deck, I'm playing Bastion. That's all I can think of is those two.
But he doesn't bring up Cerebro 3. It's fine.
Yeah, because I said I hate Cerebro 3. But yeah, he definitely is good in Cerebro 3, which I don't play. But that's like a bit of a specific card. But I honestly feel like, yeah, he's great, dude. He's so good. I think he's underplayed. Like, also him, Victoria Hand, and Frigga in the same deck.
They cook,
Mamma mia. Yeah, that's a good deck. And then I also chose... I realized mid-podcast you hate this card.
I hate this card?
Yeah.
I don't hate many cards.
It has 7 power, and it starts with an S.
I'm trying, like, is it Stegron? Can't be Stegron.
You don't hate Stegron. No.
Who do I hate?
It's a giant. Oh,
man, the only thing I hate about this card is I hate the art. I don't understand why she's wearing a jock.
Well, you could change your variant, man.
But I don't have many options, man. I mean, I got the Max Grek, I guess.
There
but
you go.
I like the general flow. I just don't understand the jock.
Whoa, why are you even looking there, man?
I'm not looking there. I'm just saying, it's like, is she playing hockey? Like, I don't understand why she needs that.
She's in battle.
She's like, okay, listen, give me the leather jumpsuit, but
yeah, a little protection.
I'm gonna need this
armor.
piece of armor.
Yes,
specifically tailored to. Okay, I understand.
Yeah, right, it might
make sense.
I don't know the lore of Supergiant. I use the Max Grek one. I like that one. Big Max fan over here.
This one.
Yeah, but with a better, split.
I swear I have decent splits around. I wasn't prepared to have to pull up my Max Grek. What I do is I upgrade all my cards that I don't actually play to just the uncommon border, because it costs 25 credits. So that's why everything's green if it's not my main.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think this one's good as well. Now I can't unsee what you spoke about, but like other than that, it's a pretty good one. Anyways, this card I feel like crushes a lot of the things that frustrate me. And for me, there's a lot of tech cards out there that I hate playing against. Like they're not fun to play against. Even like a Chi, even though Chi doesn't really like win anything anymore, it still sucks to get Chi'd. Like it's not fun. Or getting Shadow King, like it's frustrating. Getting Mobius, it's frustrating. For some reason, a Super Giant doesn't frustrate me as much. So I feel like I really like the design of this card. Like it's a little awkward to play around if your opponent plays it, but I'm not like absolutely pissed off, if that makes sense. But I also feel like it crushes what my opponents are playing. So maybe they are pissed off and I'm just not playing decks that are crushed by Supergiant. But like, I don't know, some destroy decks, maybe they want to eat their DP and they can't gobble them up, you know? So that's kind of good. Or if they're playing discard, maybe it kind of messes them up somehow a little bit. If you're playing end of turn, this was so good during end of turn stuff. Fantastic during end of turn, because you would just not let them play their end of turn things because it was end of game. But yeah, I like Supergiant. Good card that I feel like maybe more people should run. I hate Stardust though. He can suck my nuts. Sorry, that was passionate.
That's beautiful. So you don't like the Stardust, coconut sucking Stardust here. So one thing I'll say about Supergiant, if they ever change Taskmaster back to a 5 cost, I'm all in. Supergiant, Taskmaster, turn 6, you drop something chonk like your Galactus First Steps or something. Could be potentially cool, right? We have some synergy like that.
I forgot about the Taskmaster. People used to do Invisible Woman into, you do Taskmaster under Invisible Woman, and then you do like Shuri. You do something massive. I don't know.
Yeah.
Infinite. Sure. Oh, I should bring that back.
Maybe you should. I'd like to see that. You're definitely a good chef. And talking about the 5 costs, I think I want to mention here just briefly. I got to say it was cool to see Darkhawk have a moment in the spotlight in the meta. And then people started playing the deck and the win rates and cube rates tanked. Like it was literally one of the top decks for a week, and then everyone started playing it, and then it just disappeared. Like its cube rate, everything just like whoa, just fell apart. But it was cool that Darkhawk had like a flash moment of re-relevance.
Yeah, I feel like I was seeing a lot of Hawk at like TwitchCon, like that area.
Yes.
Yeah, but then after that, it just disappeared.
It did. It was like a flash in the pan.
Yeah, but I really like. Yeah, I like this as well. Like I was playing a Domino Wiccan sort of build that was running Darkhawk, the only 1-drop. Well, I had Quicksilver, but also Korg. Like that deck was popping off, and I bet it's still good. But I think like stuff like Destroy being so popular, it just goes way too tall, and it's maybe just phased out Darkhawk a little bit. But I like this card. I'm happy to see big Darkhawks.
That's right. And who's your 5 cost?
So I put, I'm always picking 2, but I put Gilgamesh as like my very specific, only good in like one build sort of thing. I think Zoo is fantastic right now. Aside from all the Destroy being out there, like if you smell Destroy, maybe you just leave, or maybe you run Kyera, because there's a lot of Killmongers. But Gilgamesh is huge, dude. He's massive.
I make the argument, if you're playing Zoo, you could play Armor over Kyera. Snap on someone setting up a lane for like a Carnage play. Do you know how heartbreaking that is?
Yeah, you could do that. You could definitely do that. You could also play like Thing instead of Gilgamesh, but I kind of like Gilgamesh solo carries a lane so hard. You put like Cat and some other small things in one lane, maybe an Armor, a BM over there, and then you just slam Gilga in the sides. Huge.
When you said BM over there, I immediately thought like, you play the cards, you emote them a bunch, and then you play Gilgamesh. But you meant Blue Marvel.
I meant Blue Marvel, yeah. I meant Blue Marvel. He's a fun card. The other card I put, Legion. Legion, a very flexible card. I feel like he can almost go in any deck. He's good, man. No one ever expects him for some reason. Your opponent plays, or puts a Limbo out there, or just it's randomly out there. Dude, that's 4 free cubes.
Yeah, I feel like he's often played in Erisham, but I don't see him elsewhere, though, and it's probably a shame. Remember when he was a 5/8, he was everywhere?
Yeah, he was so good. Yeah, I was actually playing like a ramp deck with this guy. It wasn't Erisham, but yeah, it was kind of like a War Machine Storm deck. I think it was made by Zombies Go Nom Nom, and it was
cool,
popping off. Legion's good, man. People forget about him.
All right, let's go to the 6 drops. My favorite 6-drop of the month is not a 6-drop. Boom, it's death because of Moira. This is just Moira love here. Yeah, that's what this is. So,
I was gonna say this is my favorite 8-drop.
Hell yeah, we can agree. And this was the famous "Step on Me, Mommy" card that I got really confused with. Nina said this is a "Step on Me, Mommy" variant, and I did not understand what that meant. I do now. I've been educated by the fine people of the internet. But yeah, this is.
I do understand what that means. I didn't watch the pod. I'm so sorry. I didn't watch it. I wasn't one of your views, but I understand where it's coming from. It kind of reminds me of the final. Is it no? What the hell is that? The Resident Evil village. You know that large woman.
I'm unfamiliar with the Resident Evil village.
That large woman that a lot of people wanted her to step on them.
Okay, I'll have to look into this. I
Resident
just
Evil
Google
village.
large woman stepping on me, and that should get me to that.
No, maybe also put Resident Evil in there. Otherwise, you're gonna get some different images.
Okay, I understood. I'll
talking
try
about
both. I'll see what the results are. You got to tell me a 6-drop or higher that you like.
Well, okay, my favorite 8-drop is Death, which is also the only 8-drop. It was kind of a joke. You didn't think it was very funny, but whatever. My favorite 7-drop, there's actually 3 options for a 7-drop. I put Arishem. Which
This is one of the worst variants in the game, I think, by the way. Like, what the hell's even going on?
Really, I feel like that's what you were trying to do to me at TwitchCon.
Just crush you with my thumb?
Yeah, you're trying to crush me.
No, you see the light? You are my shining light. That's what this is.
You think this sucks? I think this is great.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what? He's like, it's a thumbs down, right? He's like thumbs down in a palm.
Yeah.
Like this isn't, you don't like that?
I don't know. I think it's just weird. It doesn't make much sense, you know?
Oh, he's massive. He's trying to thumbs down and someone's stopping him. Actually, I thought that was you.
That's me in the middle. Like that's actually physically me. This is the artist drew me.
Yeah, they're a Snapchat fan.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
You're like saving the universe.
I try. Every video I try, and so far we're still here. So yeah, I'm been successful thus far.
Wait, before you move on and try and kick me off the show, my actual favorite 6-drop. This is maybe a hot take. Galactus. Old, new steps, last steps. That one.
Did we just become best friends? I love Galactus. What are we talking about here, man? I always end up playing Galactus in some of my videos, even when it makes no sense. And then my highlights are supposed to be about like zombie Captain Marvel, but it's just me making people kneel for 20 minutes.
I love it. This card is so fun. I feel like no one expects him for some reason.
No.
And also there's like that Big Bad's deck, you know, that one from the past. That was running like, it runs like Ultron, Killmonger, Destroyer, Null, Death, Galactus. That one's actually good still. It got changed when Kale came out. I think you dropped, I forget which card you dropped, but you dropped the card for Kale and it's literally like the exact same deck. Dude, I went so cube positive with this like a month ago. I gotta bring it back out. I love the big boys. Wait, big bats? The evil the Galactus deck. The evil gentleman. Yeah, but there's also like deaths in there. And then my other 6-drop, because I'm picking 2, I'm breaking the rules. Hulkling.
Hulkling's actually seeing like unironic play, which is kind of wild. I still only have like the base variant.
And I think for the same reason you love Moira, I guess, where you get like a, you know, you're getting a death in your hand, like just getting some good text on this bad boy. Yeah, that's some cube equity right there. But also, I feel like when I play this, it's often just like infinite. And I'm like, why am I playing this card? But then like later it's like blob and I'm like, that's why I'm playing this card, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. All right, I can get behind that. Like, I'm not personally a fan of Emperor Hulkling because I like more of the consistency. But if you're talking about like, if you want spice, if Hulkling's the spice of life, then I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it.
I was gonna say you want more of the consistency, but you're also playing Moira. That's like kind of random, right?
Bro. But the only thing consistent about Moira is that she kicks ass. This is a phenomenal card.
It's a good card. Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
But there's
also,
a little
best one drop in
randomness.
the game is Umbaku. We need to talk about, I don't know why we skipped it, but we need to very briefly discuss the returning Grand Arena. We should just mention the new heroes and, generally speaking, like what our expectations are for the zombie century. So
okay,
I'm just gonna rip it right now because, dude, you extended the length of that, like your favorite thing, by picking 45 cards. By God, but you know it was a fun conversation. But I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. What the heck?
No, don't be sorry. No, I appreciate it.
No, I've wasted everyone's time, I think.
No, you did not. You wait. No, everyone is very interested in your takes about Wasp versus Yellow Jacket. We needed to have that conversation. I'm glad we've identified that Wasp is a better card. It's one of those things that I think that 90% of people listening would not have like picked up on. They're like, Wasp or Yellow Jacket. Let's talk about Grand Arena. Grand Arena's coming back. We've got some new champs, got some returning ones. Returning champs, give me your thoughts on it. We got Carnage coming back. We got Herbie coming back. We got Mr. Fantastic coming back, and Mole Man of all cards coming back. What's your take on Carnage, Herbie, Mr. Fanta, and Mole Man coming back?
Are they touched? Did they change him at all?
I don't believe so. I mean, the decks will probably be different. I don't think we have deck lists, though.
Because I remember Herbie being cracked, and I remember Mole Man being awkward and bad. So yes. I don't know if that information's out there. I know the answers, so I don't know what to say.
Do you know stuff I don't?
Maybe.
Okay. So the decks are clearly different then. You know stuff. Wait, hold on. No. Now you got me all.
No, because I don't remember. I don't remember what they were before. I didn't like compare them.
Okay,
I can
Herbie
tell you
was cracked. Herbie was absolutely cracked. Carnage was like the second best. I think Carnage was really good.
I loved Carnage. I thought he was a lot of fun because he added consistency to being able to
right.
To
Mr. Fantastic was mid and Mole Man was trash.
Yeah, I remember Mr. Fantastic being kind of fun, but yeah, a little bit mid. I guess he was kind of like Surge, right, for your stuff. Yeah. But I mean, I'm happy to see them return. I wish there were 8 new ones instead.
Yeah, me too.
But I get it. It's kind of cool. Maybe they could have made more slots, but maybe the balance becomes a little bit awkward. So I need you. Though. Oh, okay, yeah.
I was ready to talk about the new champions, but if you would like to interrupt me and continue speaking,
I would love to interrupt you. I was gonna say that you have to lead on these because I know more and I don't know what's public information.
Okay, this is I don't even know how you know more. I'm supposed to know, like, usually I know why other people know stuff that I don't know, but in this case I'm actually flabbergasted here. But in the interest of both of us not accidentally breaking NDAs, we're going to go with the new champions. We're going with Magneto. Magneto does exactly what Magneto does. His skill is going to be Master of Magnetism, which is going to have the cost for some reason I don't have written down. I think I deleted it by accident. It's going to cost something, and its effect's going to be on reveal, move all enemy 3 and 4 cost cards to this location. If either side is full, double your champion's power. So Magento turns into a much larger Magento once he moves stuff over. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, and in theory, this will also happen if he's in your hand, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. That's cool. You sound like you might have some experience with this.
Well, no, I'm just reading the text on the card.
Now you're reading text. Before we talked about how you don't read the text, now you're reading text.
Yeah, this was exciting. So I think that's pretty good, but also a little bit awkward. I don't know. I feel like he's not gonna be that strong, but I'm excited. I'm really excited for pre-builts. Pre-builts I think are just so fun. So
I was really hoping they would announce that like pre-builds go against pre-builds, customs go against customs. They didn't say that. And I'm like, bro, I gave you guys one piece of feedback. You don't listen to anything I'm saying. Pre-builds versus pre-builds. Come on, let's do it. And then if you want, during the week, make some adjustments to that. I don't care. Pre-builds versus pre-builds, because we're going to min-max it. We're going to ruin it. It ain't fun. Or let's be gamers. Let's get the dubs.
Yeah, what if they did something like a few days? First few days it was only pre-builds, and then like the last couple days you could go wild. You could go custom or something. Like maybe that'd be okay. But
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's my main kind of issue, but we'll see what happens. Maybe this time it'll be okay.
Is also going to be added. I thought you were done speaking. You were still speaking. Sorry.
No, talk over me. I'm used to it.
Yeah, Shuffle Mjolnir into your deck. That's what Thor usually does. But his skill is Thundering Hammer, which is a 2 cost. And it says, on reveal, shuffle Mjolnir into your deck. Draw a card. So you get 2 Mjolnirs? You're just getting another Mjolnir, you're pulling it out of your behind and just throwing it back into your deck?
That's what it sounds like. I mean, getting 2 Mjolnirs, that's probably pretty good, right?
You just fabricating Mjolnirs?
You get 2, but you got to make sure you draw. I mean, you're increasing the size of your deck, but you're also drawing a card. And these also, you got to keep in mind, these start in your opening hand, right?
Yeah, of course.
How much does it cost?
Make sure you get that Lady Jane. It was a 2-costed card.
Cost 2 to draw a card and shuffle Mjolnir.
Keep in mind, you can do that on turn 1 because in Grand Arena, you have 1 extra energy, which, by the way, I'm going to say is way cooler than people talk about. Like, having 1 extra energy in Grand Arena makes the gameplay totally different. It's so much more interesting, in my opinion. That's just my take, though.
Yeah,
it's kind of an underappreciated element.
You could play Galacti without having to have an extra energy.
Hell yeah, there it is. Boom, easy.
Boom. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Having 2 energy on 1 does change the skill law. You just always play the skill on turn 1 because it costs 2. So maybe you don't need any actual 2 drops. That's pretty good. I mean, yeah. It's kind of drawing a card, but kind of not because it's putting a card in your deck. But yeah, I think it'll be solid.
We also have the Hulk, who's going to be a champion. Champion Hulk. Same thing. He's a 6/12, but his skill is Hulk Smash. Probably could have guessed that. It's going to cost 3. On reveal, set the cost of your Hulks to 4 in deck or in hand. And it's also noted that Hulks refer to the Hulk, Red Hulk, She-Hulk, Hulkling, and Bruce Banner's transformed Hulk, which I'm assuming you have now beasted into your hand. But anyways, those are the cards that are considered Hulks.
It said Hulkling?
No Scar? No Scar, by the way. Yeah, Hulkling's here, man. Hulkling's listed. No Scar, though. Scar's kind of like his son, but I guess he gets scammed. But Hulkling is there, yeah.
I thought Scar was definitely a Hulk. I was told that Hulkling was not a Hulk.
Really?
He was a Skrull or something. Maybe I'm being lied to, but I swear someone said that.
Would make sense as to why he's able to mimic so many people's powers.
Yeah. But
wait,
maybe he's
I
also
feel like I read the lore about Emperor Hulkling.
Yeah, I don't know, but I guess he says Hulk in his name, so it counts. But if you put Cap's shield is a bit sexist and doesn't apply to Captain Carter, so I don't know.
Scammed, hard scammed. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have to see.
Some of that, I guess.
But if it's hitting Hulkling, I think that's huge. That's a big deal. If it's not hitting Scar though,
not hitting Scar, which I think is a massive scam.
That would definitely change how good the deck is. Okay, you're trying to rush through these bad boys. Okay.
Well, it's just I'm trying to respect your time, sir, because we have the Ghost Spider, a 1/3 who does the same thing she's always done, but her skill is Arachnid. I was gonna say it's Arachnid Acrobatics. That's not as hard as I made it out to be. Cost 4. On reveal, your champion gets +2 power for each time you've moved a card this game. So it's basically just Ghost Spider sipping brewskis with Hydra Stomper.
Yeah, but Hydra Stomper's +1. This is +2. That's huge.
But you're paying 4 for it though.
Costs 4, so you're kind of a 5 drop, maybe. But you also play it on top of the silk, get another move in there, maybe. Yeah, I think this is going to be the best one of the new ones.
See, now that you're saying this, I'm like, this is pure bait because he's like, it's the best, it's going to be the worst, and he knows it's going to be the worst. And this is his like plausible deniability play. Or he actually just revealed some insider info and this deck is actually going to be cracked. I can't tell which one it is. It's one or the others, nothing in the middle.
No, I think it's just that move is really good already as it is. Right? And like Hydra Stomper, you can get +10 on him easy. That means this is +20. That's huge.
It makes sense that in Grand Arena, where like the stakes are slightly more, pliable, they would make a good move deck because I feel like move suffers from people just not wanting to give it a shot. Like I think that the casual players like Brown not playing that. Like I just don't want to. Like it's just not the way I want to engage with the game. And if you can make move fun, maybe people will be like, you know what, this ain't all that scary. Like maybe I'll actually play move on the ladder. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah. We don't know what the pre-builds are?
I do not have the deck list as of recording, no.
Okay, yeah, me
I checked for them too, and I do not have them. What I do know, though, some little tidbits of information regarding the new mode, is that there will be a premium pass, And the only exclusive reward is going to be a champion variant for Carnage. And that's going to be the same as before, so 800 gold, which I think is actually pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool. And then you also have the Zombie Sentry, which is going to be available for all players, and that's going to be in the free track. So that's interesting as well. And they said that they expect the average free event pass player to earn enough glory to unlock Zombie Sentry. So this isn't like they're saying it's not a situation where you played a discount. Like, you should be able to achieve this card for free, which is great. I do appreciate that. Now that if we're going to have like a schedule of 2 limited time game modes per month, I'm glad they're tying achievable rewards to them, because for me, it makes the game more fun. I like the limited time game modes more than the ladder at this point.
Yeah, no, I think the game modes have been solid ever since we all kind of cried about them that one time.
Yeah, just a lot of tears. But they were justified. They were justifiable tears.
Yeah, they were not in vain. They were totally worth it. We should keep crying.
Just cry more. We need to cry more. It's true.
Yeah.
Everyone, just let it out, man. Just let it out.
It was good. Yeah, I think things got better. I mean, Kid Omega situation was bad. We lost a lot of people, but
a lot of good
look at us now.
Yeah, look at us now. But you know what, dude? I got to say, I appreciate you so much for coming on this week's podcast. The conversations with you are always amongst the most fun I have. And I have to say, first of all, you've been making some banger content. That video you did with Regis, that was awesome.
Oh, yeah, you like that one? Yeah,
I do like that one. I think everyone should like that one. In fact, I think everyone should be watching that video next on your channel right now. And when they're there, they should be hitting the subscribe button, because, dude, you've been producing some banger YouTube content.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't announce anything, but like I'm trying to change my main channel to just like high effort stuff once a week.
We'll see how that holds up. I'm all for that. Let's go.
Yeah, I might have a video with you later.
Yeah, you only had the footage for like 3 weeks, but it's fine.
Hey, man, I got the flu. I was at TwitchCon. I had a Mexican Coke.
It's true. There's a lot of variables here. And it's high effort. You're putting the effort in.
And it's one a week, you know? So I got next week's already ready. I guess it'll go live. It'll be live by the time this is out. So yeah, go watch it. Please help me out.
That's right. Press Dekks the like button. That's right. Oh, on that note, seriously, if you like a content creator, hit the like. It's not just YouTube or cringe stuff. There was a video where I made, and like I said something about hitting the like button, and a lot of people, more than usual, hit the like button, and literally YouTube doubled the amount of impressions they gave that video just based on how many likes were on it. Like, I was like, whoa, I knew it made a difference, but like in the proof was in the pudding, as they say. I was blown away at how much like the actual like metric and the ratio completely pushed the video into the stratosphere. Like, it actually makes a huge difference. So if you like a creator, hit that like button, because it does.
And it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to press that button.
There are not many things in life that are actually free, and hitting the like button is free.
It is.
I think we're done.
We're done? Oh, okay. Well, thank you for having me. It was fun. Is this going to be my last one because I said bad words?
No, I would never dream of this being your last one.
Oh, okay. All right. Great. Well, I'll see you
but
next
yes,
time.
you're fired.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it was fun while it lasted.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see. What's the thing they do? Dexter will return.
Oh,
you know, like, what do they do in the Marvel movies? Dexter will return in, like, you know,
maybe
in the Avengers in Endgame.
Yeah, I think that's what they do. I've never seen a movie before in my life.
You've never seen a movie before? Okay, this is great. All right, Dexter will return, as will we next week, and we'll see you on that next one.